Hello, everybody. Sorry, I started the stream a little too soon as I crunched down on a bunch of Cheez-Its. I am going to be continuing to play Free Stars, the Ur-Quan Masters. Maybe I'll finish it today. Maybe I will not. We'll have to see what happens. I'm going to quickly go and send out all of the irrelevant announcements, if you give me a moment. As my tech illiterate self goes around to get the required stuff. There we go. There we go. Boom. Acting like an incompetent YouTuber. All right. Oh, somebody's already coming to watch. It's Nova. How you doing, Nova? So glad that you came by. I found myself with a advantageous evening, that I could sit down and play some Star Control 2 and maybe even finish the game. Oh my goodness, we have so much to do. Right. Shit. That's great! Good people deserve good things, even if they have to work for them. Well, I hope it wasn't too rough. I had to go to a doctor's appointment, had to go to the pharmacy, and I had to make some soup, which is very important. And now the whiniest race in the galaxy.
I suppose as a courtesy I should extend an appropriate greeting. On behalf of the Ootwig Proctors, I truly hope for your sake that your day has been better than ours. Although this really isn't saying that much. What good would that do? I mean, why should...
So if anyone's gonna wonder, these guys were what I was like from roughly the age of 12 to 30. So, I've been there, bro.
The lifetimes that have been spent in the pursuit of the elusive answer to this deceptively simple question has driven many of us down the dark road of self-destruction. Indeed, even as these words strike the ears of any who care to listen, the real question is, does it matter? I cannot say. I wallow in a quandary, unable to determine what better atones for my part of the great sin. Should I engage in...
I understand that pain, Katie. I really do. Hopefully it's a non-kill shelter, and hopefully that cat will be adopted.
Painful self-flagellation? Should I throw myself with enthusiastic verve at the problem of collective annihilation? I do not know. Even now, my mind writhes in anguish of indecision, lest the outcome be inadequate. Alright, I'll try, but you know, it really doesn't matter. After all, we have a famous Ootwig saying, when one loses the reason for existence, one tends to get less motivated.
To be fair, that's a good saying.
Hand in hand with the painfully appropriate credo, we broke it, so we are paying for it. Of course,
I love this game.
Isn't really accurate. The situation is so much more hideous. Imagine, if you can, holding within your hands the answer, only to have it potential. Ah, cruel irony. The loss of the Ultron grieves us all. We know nothing of this species that you mentioned. However, while we are on the subject of evil and powerful species, we have encountered a particularly gruesome race that seemed to come from the direction of Arcturus. When we hailed them, they responded with mighty weapons that sent our delegation to their
Katie,
death.
I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Shelters to generally know what they're doing, so long as it's not a PETA shelter.
Are capable of guiding spinning mines into almost any location. And should an enemy get too close, a fiery corona emerges.
God, I hate the voice acting for this. Only thing about Star Control 3 that was good was the voice of the Utwig in that game. But oh my god.
Using our own shielding capability, we could sweep through the mines, absorb the corona, and then get close enough to the dark ships to give a lick of our own. In truth,
So long as you know that PETA is evil, then I think the cat will be fine.
When the Ur-Quan started to press toward our home world, we thought that our deserved punishment was being administered. But then, a mystery?
Not all city shelters are bad, Katie. It's okay.
Bah, confounding frustration. With the Ultron, I could speak knowledgeably on this subject. To have this quality torn from our grasp and
Okay, I can't take them freaking talking like this again. Ugh.
Bah, it doesn't matter. I find discussion. The Ultron was not the only thing which is. It is universal. I'm sure that you two are aware of this thing.
Ugh.
It's only in legend.
Why?
It granted us all limit. It is.
Well,
You are kind. If we could wield the Ultron to resurrect your Splib, we would. But I suddenly am. I must retire now to waves of trauma wash across my being.
pity what happened to Splib running in front of a rock chipper. It's not a good time, man. Not a good time. God, dealing with this is the hardest part of the game because the voice acting is so... I mean, it's effective, but it's also really bad. I'm actually doing really good, Katie. I finally did something that my wife has been telling me to do now for about 3 years, which is go and get a dermatology appointment. And it went very well because I'm a cave creature and barely go out to see the sun. My skin is in excellent condition.
I hope the battle fares well, Captain. I've been waiting to inform you of a new situation. The Shofixti have returned.
Yeah.
Their ships can now be built in our shipyards. With their vast numbers swelling our ranks, we won't have to worry about running out of able-bodied crew. And I'm sure their volunteers will reduce the cost for new crew.
Time to get some Shofixti scouts.
The analysis reads as follows.
And start a civil war.
Subject Aqua Helix device. Data. This device is composed of a light blue super-hard substance which rates Mohs 13. The object is composed of a flat ribbon of homogeneous material approximately 1 meter in length, and it is twisted in a perfect helix. focused ion and nucleomagnetic scans reveal little about its interior. Summary: unknown design, unknown origin, unknown function. The next entry in the analysis is subject Ur-Quan device. We put this thing through every test we've got and came up with the same results as if we used a fork. Nothing, zero, zip. This thing ever functioned, which we doubt, it certainly won't now. Age and physical stress have long since robbed it of whatever mystical powers it might have once had. Summary: in the future, please don't waste our valuable time on junk like the so-called Ur-Quan. That's the end of our scientist's report.
Gotta love junk, right? Okay.
We shall...
Time to rebuild the Ultra... Oh, first things first. Outfit ship. Nothing needed there. Shipyard. Okay. Shavixty Scout. Time to cause a civil war, everybody. Anything else you need to do here? I don't think so. Oh, fuel. Well, just wait. So I can do this and begin reassembling it. And return.
Hello, Captain. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Ur-Quan device. Data: first we thought this was a piece of junk. In fact, it may still be just that, but when you submitted it to us, we infused it with gamma radiation and found that the scatter signature was identical to the patterns recorded from the empties, the singing hoops, and the big dud, which were all found in precursor burrows on Procyon. Summary: we are now convinced that this is a precursor tool, but it remains dysfunctional.
I'm not even going to bother watching that movie.
Goodbye, Captain.
What a desperate attempt to play into popular fear and cause more fear-mongering. Aqua Helix.
Welcome. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Ur-Quan device. Data: the Ur-Quan is partially functional and we can detect energy emission from the device. We suspect that the unit requires additional minor repairs before achieving full functionality, and at this time we cannot make an assessment of its capabilities. Summary: a single additional replacement part should bring the Ur-Quan to life. That's the end of our scientist's report.
All right.
Blow up an Ur-Quan for me, Cap.
How about a good movie, Dune 2? I haven't seen it yet. My wife really wants to see it. I may have to go and find a way to get my eyes on it. I heard it was quite good. The criticism I had of it was pretty much what I was expecting, so there's Spindle.
Greetings, Captain. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Ur-Quan. Data: we have determined that the so-called Ur-Quan is in fact the appendages of Dawn, described in the precursor fragment found on Rigel in 2123. In the partially translated precursor text, the device is described as a mental amplifier which focuses mental energies of the holder for the purpose of discrete change. Unfortunately, human brain emanations do not seem compatible with the Ur-Quan, nor do those of the allied species we have tested. Summary: perhaps the Utwig who claim to understand this device can shed some light on its true function and power. That's the end of our scientist's report.
Okay.
Blow up an Ur-Quan.
Now, first thing gotta do. Hey, Jonathan. No, I am quite good. The jet lag is over. I am enjoying a reasonably quiet and relaxed afternoon. And I am enjoying this game with everybody else. I wouldn't be surprised if it was book accurate, but then again, I lost interest in Dune the book pretty much after it left the interstellar politics and entered into mystical, magical wooginess, I just lost interest. I was more interested in the war between the Atreides and the Harkonnen than watching the Atreides' son become a weird slug-like god. It just wasn't interesting to me. And also, Adepticon was fantastic. I hope everyone goes to the next Adepticon. Everyone there was amazing, and, you know, it's rare, but we had a group of extremely well-behaved and engaged and fun-loving fans of just about everything. I happen to know a lot of the security there, and evidently things were nice and calm, and all of the gamers decided to be gamers and not idiots. It was a good time. I do intend on being at the next Adepticon, assuming that things are not too difficult for my wife at the time. But yeah, it was a great time, and if you're one of my BFG fans, by all means, make it there if you can. And now we start a civil war.
Human, I'm beginning to think that you're touched for sure. You tempt fate and our sympathy too much, I think. This time, perhaps, we cannot be as much your friends as you would like.
Oh no, I lost so hard, Katie. I lost so frickin' hard. I won the worst Admiral award. I have never seen more ones rolled in succession in my entire life. But it was still fun, that's all that matters.
If this is being a true thing, there will be many changes. But we are a species long ways in the ways of defeat. You must be proving these words you say, Captain. Send the show fixed to us as a way of proof.
Absolutely, Jonathan.
We're scanning the separation of a vessel from...
No, don't be sorry.
Captain,
It was great.
And indeed, its configuration matches that of a show fixed scout vessel. This had better not be a trick, Captain. We are knowing the power of a glory device, and if you detonate the weapon near us, the price for you shall be dear. Very dear. The scout has docked, and we await the pilot's appearance at the airlock. The atmosphere cycle is complete. The door slides open, and... It's true! The show fixed the other line! Look at that fat muzzle, those shining black eyes, the sweet claws! Our children have returned from oblivion! But now we are faced with the cruelest truth. We who have sacrificed our honor, we who have lain with the enemy, we are not worthy. We are nothing. We are less than nothing. But wait, we're the Spathi. We're the Yehats of the Starship Clan. We will not let this lie any longer. Listen, as I speak these words. If our queen makes the dishonorable command, then it is the queen who has no honor. And the dishonorable queen is no queen at all. We, the Zeep, are the only clan who remember the true meaning of honor. We shall tear the queen from her throne. The 2,000-year reign of the Veep queens is over. The revolution has begun!
Yeah, I'm causing problems all over the galaxy. It's hilarious. And I think I just found very unfair.
Human, you shall never be fully comprehending the damage you're doing now to our Yehat culture.
Oh, absolutely, Katie. Absolutely.
Peace between the clans, and now you have cast the ancient seed of dissension between our beaks. The bloody wars of ascension are renewed, and you are the cause, Captain. While the Zeep traitors may be your allies, Captain, I can be assuring you that we of the Veep Starship Clan are wanting nothing more dearly than your death.
Huh.
Revolution? You compliment yourself unnecessarily, Captain. This is nothing more than a band of thugs trying to undo the peace of 100 generations. We will roast the traitors in their ships and crack the eggs in their clan
I love
homes
these
so
guys.
that
They're my
never
favorite.
again will the Zeep criminals be flying through our stars.
Man, he's so mean.
Now ye must pay for your crimes, human.
Ooh, I made him mad. Well, I guess I gotta fight. So, the Yeehat Terminator is actually a fucking nightmare to fight if you're not piloting a craft with good, really long-range weaponry. Because that shield will block everything. Thankfully. Yeah, that's right. Haha! Or's Nemesis for the win. Uh-oh. Okay, fine. You want to be that way? Got one. Oh, this is a problem. Don't want to get close to that guy. He will eat me alive. Yeah! Boom! I'm actually trying to get rid of my ores, so it's okay if this guy dies. In that case, I'm gonna... Ah! There we go. Yeah, that's very true. Let's get rid of the other ores. I really don't need them right now. Wah. Yep. Just gotta make room. Whew. Let's make it really insulting. Pew! Pew! I got a tiny little pew pew! I will pew pew you to death! Oh dear God. Got him! Ramming your enemy just knocks them off course. It does not do damage to the ship. Okay, so they have been separated. Time to go do the ores. Did they, Jonathan? Post the link, bro. I want to see that. Alright, time to go and fuck around with the Unga. But I will definitely be putting money into the Kickstarter. Again, I have my misgivings, but I don't think that Pistol Shrimp will mess it up. I just, hope they don't. Let's see. I don't see any sign of... I don't see any pinned comments in Pistol Shrimp's Discord. No, hitting another ship does no damage, hitting asteroids does no damage. It just knocks you off course. Hitting the planet does damage. But, Jonathan, if you can send me that link of that trailer, either on Discord or post it here, let me know. Oh. Oops. I just ran into these guys. Gotta... I really hope it isn't. So long as they keep everything in the same tone and manner as they are in this game, I think that Children of Infinity will be phenomenal. That's kind of cool. I really did like the Exchequer. They were actually very, very good. I did not see the post. Just throw it to me on Discord. But, yeah, the Exchequer were actually among my favorite of the Star Control 3 races. They not only looked really cool, but they were kind of a cool concept, and they were freaking cute. And I like how they ended up causing an entire other species a massive allergic reaction. That was just freaking silly, and I appreciate that kind of silly. Okay. YouTube doesn't like links. Yep.
We respond with appropriate awe and respect. Not go away. Joe, yes, Joe, here is Joe. When is a slave, not a slave? Answer, when he is a slave master. Better Joe, yes, better Joe. Here it is. What you get when you come by deuterium, pellet, terawatt, laser, and primitive earth leader from ancient steppes. Answer, confusion.
That's terrible. They're actually hilarious. I love them.
Human possesses forbidden knowledge. No interference in plan can be tolerated. Human must be eliminated.
I'm watching the video now. Okay. Wait, that's an Ilrath ship. What? Okay. Okay, so they've updated the video. Okay, they're keeping the old design of planetary exploration. I don't mind that. The world looks good. Okay. Interesting. It's cute. New gut flora? Okay, that's weird. Okay, the Ur-Quan are back and they're bad. Awesome. I like how they're still bad guys. The combat is... I hope it's not that primitive. The Korra are still there, that's fine. New ships, okay. You can play co-op, neat. That's cool that you can do co-op. The graphics look pretty... I mean, they look good. I just hope that they aren't as clunky as it seems. That is a furry thing. That is literally a mouse. The Council of Friendship is hereby dissolved. Nice, okay. I like the alien designs. That's really good. I hope that what they Oh dear God! Ow! Oh God! Ow! 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 Oof! That was a lot of lost people. Yeah. Sorry everybody, but that video, there's a lot of potential there. I like the two new alien designs. I like them a lot, so it's a good start. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on one moment. Nothing worse than getting a phone call from your own health insurance agency and they don't realize they have no interest in what they have to say. Okay. As I was saying, sorry about that. I really like the adherence to the classic design of the ships. Nobody's trying to do anything new with those, which I like. The Ur-Quan and the Korra are obviously bad guys still. This is not a problem. I like that. I like the design of the new aliens. Like, I really like the weird little, microbiology, organic thingy, and I really like the rodents. They look hilarious. I really hope that it continues to be well developed. I know are gonna have the potential to meet new friends, but I also want to see what the old friends are like. We obviously saw the Chimur, but we also saw the Ilrath, and that I found to be very odd. Why are the Ilrath friendly? I mean, I wonder if it's just a advertisement thing. Yeah, obviously the game is still in an alpha position, which is fine. It looks too cartoony, and that, to me, that's a problem. I do not want the game to be a cartoon. Yes, this game, as we're playing it, is cartoon-like, but shit. I'll maintain my standard concern. I would rather it be as close to this game as possible. Yeah, that's another good question. Why are the... Well, first things first, the Ilrath would have sent their fleet to annihilate the Dradash. The people on their planet may still be there. So, there's no evidence that they're all dead. It's just, I want to know why they're allies. That's a far more important question. So, there are some questions, and I would like answers. Maybe there's a good story answer. I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there'll be a perfectly good story answer involved in this. And now we actually get to meet, I believe I'm in the right planet, right system, the actual villain of the game.
What do you want? I am a peaceful creature, a friendly alien life form. The Ur-Quan called us talking pets. Until recently, I was employed on a dreadnought starship as a translator. Then, after the ship suffered severe damage from combat, we crashed at Alpha Pavonis. Miraculously, I survived. I was rescued by an Arilu-Lalile exploration vessel. The Arilu...
That is very not how the Ilrath operate.
So they brought me to the Unga, who possess superior bioengineering skills. Oh, you know about that, do you? Oh, well, I guess that means I'll have to kill you now. I can't permit you to reveal my transformation. Ur-Quan might find out, and then my plans for revenge will be ruined. Well, I tried to spare your life, Captain, but you were just too curious. So now, seek death at the hands of your enemy. Aiyah! I cannot compel you. Your mind is closed to me. How can this be? I am forced to resort to more primitive measures. Unga Commander, summon your 10 combat ships and attack this intruder instantly.
Okay, let's see if I can do some good with this Siren. Shit. Ah! Damn it. Oh, that was painful. But I can steal his crew. There we go. Yeah, the... Ooh, that's a problem. Got him. Yeah, the Umga... Sorry, not the Umga. The Dinyari are horrible. They are like they are the most evil thing. Oh dear God, I died. Okay. What's worth losing? Not a lot. I'll just wipe them out. I'm done cleaning up the fleet after all. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh! Oh dear lord. Ow, planets! Frickin' planets! Always the fucking planets what does damage to me. Ugh. Well, we know so little about what happened after the end of the war. All we know is that the Ur-Quan are defeated. That's it. We don't really know anything else. We know that it was the Chimur who cleaned up the mess, because after the destruction of the Sumatra, they were disorganized. That allowed the Chimur to clean up clean up the mess, so to speak. But we don't know how that's going to affect the Ur-Quan in a broader sense. Are all of their slaves going to be freed? I mean, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. We know that they are no longer a threat to the Alliance of Free Stars directly, but we also know that they're a problem.
Hi there, friendly
So,
Starship Captain.
they're not going to
You'll
be
never
good
believe this,
guys.
but somehow, the injuries I suffered when the Ur-Quan crashed triggered some kind of a personality transformation. I became evil and spiteful, cruel and nasty, whimsically unpleasant. You may have also noticed I gained some kind of temporary psychic powers. Well, I just want to let you know I'm cured, Captain. I don't know exactly how, but
No, we
you
don't,
like
Katie.
those Oomga ships, a chunk of the ceiling fell down on my head and gave me quite a whack. Ouch, oochie, it still hurts. When I awoke, the universe had ceased to be the dark and hostile place I had previously thought it to be. Instead, I was overwhelmed, yes, even awed by the beauty and perfection of it all. I also discovered that I had completely lost those wicked mental powers and can now look forward to a new life filled with happiness, butterflies, and goodwill for all. Your job is done, Captain. You have saved me. Now you can safely remove your psychic protection device and leave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, why are you looking at me like that, Captain? Don't you believe me? You question my word? Okay.
Ask as many questions as you like, Katie. I mean,
Boy, are you a pain. What do you want from me? My life? Oh, you do? Well, as an alternative, let me make this little suggestion. If you don't kill me, I'll help you do whatever you wish. Is it a deal, Captain?
Okay, so yes, the had it switch sized. The Spathi, who were never really a very voluntary member. They were never really the backbone of the hierarchy anyway, but they did have some of the best ships, that's fair. Androsynth are gone, and the Androsynth also had a positively vicious fleet. If you play this game and you play as the Androsynth Blazer, it is a vicious craft to fight. Ilrath got stomped, Thradash got stomped, that's true. Mycon are crippled, but Mycon reproduce really quickly. Their loss will not be permanent. The Vux may have lost Zex, but they just hey Kevin, I'll explain in a second. Zex was no longer a part of their military, so they may still be able to be a part of it. Hey DK, this is the Ur-Quan Masters, otherwise known as Free Stars, the Ur-Quan Masters on Steam, Star Control 2. This is an old classic game that I personally love more than any other game. This game basically was the foundation of most modern sci-fi video games. If you've ever played Mass Effect, all of the story elements and most of the races of Mass Effect were taken from this game.
I get the basic idea. You want to overthrow the Ur-Quan. Bravo! Good idea! Way to go! I too wish to see the Ur-Quan beaten, humiliated, destroyed, and I alone possess the unique ability that will help you achieve your goal. I can use my psychic powers to temporarily distract the Ur-Quan, confuse them for a few seconds.
It looks like we're going to be finishing the game, though.
You will use this moment to strike a lethal blow against the Ur-Quan. Such a plan cannot fail, Captain. We must see to that. Captain, calm down. Be reasonable. Listen to me. I am nothing more than a single being, hardly larger than one of your Earth dogs.
Yeah, there's no co-op element to it, DK. But you play one ship and you go around and complete
Perhaps
objectives,
I should
gain
beat those small
allies
you.
to your cause.
Consider this my hopeful attempt to compensate you for all the
You can
trouble
play
I've
you can play battle
in
mode.
the
You can
past,
fight each
Captain,
other
and now
with
we
2
look to
players.
the future.
But the main
Victory over
campaign is
Ur-Quan,
single player.
I am your secret weapon against these tyrants, Captain. Don't leave me here. Yes, Captain, I am a lying, boneless toady-dweeb, but I am your lying, boneless
I love this
toady-dweeb.
guy so much.
I will gladly tell you my story, Captain. Gladly. I was indeed a talking pet aboard an Ur-Quan dreadnought.
Let me think about that question, Nova.
Because I wasn't sentient. I was a dumb beast, an unthinking slave to the heinous Ur-Quan. Then there was a great battle. The ship was hit, severely damaged. Slaves running down the corridor.
I guess that depends.
Then there was a
If the
spraying
silicon-based
atmosphere outside
life
the hull.
form,
There was
hold
a
on.
big explosion of light thunder. We hit the surface of a planet. Next thing I was in great.
Sorry, I'm just gonna speed through this because this is not a long run.
I remember it all pervade. Again, Captain, forgive me. I perhaps things right.
I'm just gonna zip through that. Any contact issues between carbon and silicon-based life? Well, that's a great question. It depends on, one, do they have anything to talk about? But the other things you have to consider is how would we... yes, there was Kevin DK, but back to the first question. If we can identify that the silicon rock formation that we're looking at is capable of intelligence, we will find a way to communicate. There are a lot of other things that we would have to consider, and how would you... Really, it's a matter of how would you talk with a intelligent crystalline formation. But, I mean, if the thing is, lives in pools of liquid mercury and enjoys the surface of a planet that is, where the base temperature is hotter than the melting point of lead, we would probably not have a whole lot to talk about. It is something to... No, it's not silicon. No, they're not silicon-based, Jonathan. They're still carbon-based. There are some really clever creatures like the armored snail, which can literally make scales of iron on their body to help defend them against the heat. That's ridiculous. Oh, it absolutely would, but it's not something that hasn't been considered. Silicon, when it binds to things, binds much stronger. It doesn't bind the same way that carbon does. So all of the bonds that silicon forms, they're far more likely to be far more repetitive, and they're far more likely to be stronger, which makes chemistry more difficult. So you have to have more energy in the background to make those attachments more easier to separate. There's actually a really great video about this from Isaac Arthur about silicon-based life. I would recommend looking into it.
No tricks, Captain. No tricks. I fear you cruelly misjudge me. I am on your side now. Together, we will make a great team, Captain. This day, this moment, shall go down forever in the history of our galaxy. I am coming aboard your ship now. I will make a nest in the pressurized section of your ship's hold. When you wish to talk with me, I will be there.
I can send you a link to it when we're done, Katie. Don't worry. But yeah,
Hooray! Hooray! It's human Earthling.
I love these guys.
Save. Oh, hurry, human Earthling. Hurry. Your reward awaits at our home. In case you have forgotten, that had Beta Orion. Oh, hurry, human Earthling, hurry! Hail, hail, human Earthling. Great hero has returned. Oh, my weapons quivering,
just looking at him on monitor. What's
In case anyone's wondering, this is what happens when plastic surgery goes too far.
what nice bony structure. He one who has saved us from mental compulsion of evil talking pet. Hail, 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 oh great hero. We grateful species, speak to us how we reward you. Ah, well,
Yep, these guys are effectively the alien equivalent of 4chan. Make no mistake, and with all of its dark humor and porn.
While we're working on it, we do routine brain structure scan and discover that creature have extremely sophisticated set of neural pathways.
Nope.
Even more complex than own. Further analysis show that with minor genetic manipulations, talking pet intelligence greatly expanded, perhaps even to sentience. Oh, little did know what monster we created. Only a few hours after injected nanots with modification program, creature wakes up. Almost immediately took control of hospital, then city, then whole planet. We try to resist, but creature, even in drug-weakened state, too strong. From that day on, we just mindless slaves, who live only serve talking pet and big plan. What big plan? Oh, we never quite sure about details of big plan, except it involved getting revenge, and mean lots of revenge, against Ur-Quan Masters. Secrets? You want secrets?
Well, they have trunks.
Our
No, those are
secret?
tentacles.
Oh, you made fatal mistake, human. Good joke, huh? Scared you? Sure, we'll tell our secrets. Now let me see. What are secrets? Oh, yes, remember. It's about mycons. You see, mycons only other race we know of that have same kind of biotechnical skills as Unga. But amazing thing, they do all with their own bodies. Don't need tools. They just think. Genetic modification, and it happened. We found that pretty hard to understand. So, when nobody's looking, we clunk one on head, bring it back here to our world, and slice it up. Detailed study. Those guys not product of any natural evolutionary process. They constructs. Some kind of multi-purpose biological tool. We don't know who made them or for what purpose, but they way beyond anything we ever heard of. We not figure out much before tissue samples all gross. So, guess that's pretty much all of these.
And this is one of the more critical secrets of the game that presumably was going to be answered in Children of Infinity. In Star Control 3, they went into the elements that they were made by the precursors, and they suffered bit decay, which basically meant they lost their purpose, which happened to a number of other of the races in the game.
We don't know, but whatever it was, must have been pretty bad. Because talking pet, mad. Real mad. How mad, you ask? Blowing up planets, eating juveniles mad. That's how mad. We got the impression Ur-Quan did something awful to talking pet. Or maybe even whole species. Whatever it was worse than slavery. Maybe even worse than death. Hail! 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 Oh, you right, we do hope. We must reward you. But what do we have to give? Protoplasm? No, not easily appreciated. Vigorous esters? No.
Hey, what's up, Matt?
Have it. Genetic modification, yes, it's perfect gift. Listen, human.
Hey, Matt, I didn't realize you made your way into this game. It looks just like you.
You tentacles, other organs of whatever size and shape you desire. What? You not want more organs? You sure? How strange. How sad. This was best gift. We Unga have nothing but vast supply of biological skills and data. Huh? What you say? You want biological data? Just plain, raw, biological data? What you do with it? Oh well, you hear me. Whatever you want, you get. You know, great hero, I get this funny feeling. Would like to know what feeling is? Oh good, I tell you. My feeling is that great hero...
Matt is a good guy. I met him at Adepticon. He's worth having the banter.
You only say hail, hail, hail so many times before starts to lose appeal. So, instituting slight deviations in course of our relationship. Specifically, instead of being...
I am definitely the worst admiral, and I am proud of it.
You now glamorous and exciting great enemy! Oh, we give you some of our drone ships to make even more interesting. Yes, this is going to be lots more fun. Here, let me show you.
Now to get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, Umga are done. Conquer moving. Gonna go back to Earth. It's gonna go the slow way. Give the Bekong time to go over and do their thing. Then it's Ultron time. And then we're at the end of the game. We'll awaken the Chimur, and then we will destroy the Sumatra. Looks like we'll finally finish this whole wonderful endeavor in this stream. And to be clear, Matt, I let everybody know that I frickin' lost at Adepticon, and I am astoundingly proud of it. I told you before, I didn't go there to win. I went there to have fun. And if that means getting my butt kicked every time, sure. I met a lot of really cool people. Matt, what is a Moonanite? Is it like a Mennonite from the moon? Oh, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I was never really that interested in that particular TV show, actually. I tried to watch a few episodes. It just kind of... It didn't interest me that much. That was kind of the Space Coast, Coast to Coast, and Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law era of cartoons, where they were either smashing successes or rampaging failures. And some of them started insanely slow and only had to like be teased up to being good. Gonna say hello to the Melnorme and the Pekunk.
Welcome back, Captain. You are our favorite customer. Now, what? The 500 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 1,000.
So for those who want to play the game, it is about at this time you would probably be having more credits for the Melnorme than before, and you would probably be going through all of the information. Hold on. And you can learn basically the entirety of the past historical events from the Melnorme. It's where all the information really is. Again, I'm not going to be doing all of that in this short play. I'm just getting the information I need and getting the hell out.
We are dedicated to returning home to heal our dysfunctional species structure. We understand that you mean well, but there is nothing you can do to dissuade us this time. Nothing but material possessions, Captain. We, Pekunk, having risen to the 99th septic plane planethead, are far beyond trapping our spiritual needs with crude matter.
Oh, they're gone. Well, I guess it's time to go and fuck with the Ilrath. I love them. The Pekunk are, again, really close to being my favorite. The Yeehat will always be my favorite. I just love all the races of this game. They're all wonderful. They're all very well done. And from what little I've seen of Children of the Precursors, it looks very promising. Is this the place? Manifest devices. Nope, not the place. I'm trying to remember. Is it up here? It's one of these red stars. I think that's it. I think it's Epsilon Tauri. There's a lot of information. It's very vague in the game. If you have to look for it. The Precursors are a known ancient race that were hanging around hundreds of thousands of years ago. They created a lot of the technology that a lot of the races today have researched and utilized, like hyperspace technology and stuff like that. But Their technology is always highly valued because it's so incredibly advanced, but they disappeared and nobody really knows where they are. Nope, wrong system. Where the heck are they? Trying to remember where the hell everything is. A pain. There we go. AlphaTauri. I'm close. Thank you, Jonathan. I figured it out. Yeah, we have some idea about where they were going and that they were concerned about something. And that they were leaving towards the center of the galaxy. That's ultimately all we know. Star Control 3 came up with their own answer, and I thought it was a pretty weak one.
Listen! It is the hideous and inspiring voices of our gods, Dogar and Kazan. Oh, great gods of evil and darkness. What can your humble and devious servants do for you? Oh, mighty Dogar, oh, mighty Kazan, your devoted servants hear your word. The Pakunk are unfit for our sacramental tortures. We relish the prospect of killing worthy prey. We will leave immediately so that we can begin our glorious evil devotion. But who shall we prey upon next? Who shall suffer our inspired torment? Didn't those loathsome Umga once mention a race near their region of space? Yes, I have it. The Thradash. We will go now and kill all of them. From the chambers of pain, we hear your words, cruel and evil lords of darkness. And as your voice crackles out of the speaker boxes, it sends thrills across our carapaces. Our hairy quills all...
Okay, that's enough. I don't want to be YouTube banned off of YouTube.
Your will is our inspiration. As you wish, glorious, unmerciful destructors. In all future worship, we will honor you in this way. Yes, great Dogar. Yes, mighty Kazan. We certainly will. We certainly will. It shall be so, great ones. You are mighty. You are the most hideous and deceitful. We Ilrath are too fortunate to have you to worship. We, the Dilraths, bow and scrape off our
that's a good question. It's kind of a trope, but I like them. They're fun and evil.
We can never receive sufficient
Also, weirdly enough, a lot of people wondered, and even I wondered this, why did the Ilrath, with so much bigger of a sphere of influence, end up being basically eradicating mutually the Thradash? If you actually play Ilrath, the Thradash ships against the Thradash ships are uniquely good at killing them. Like, I can go through like a dozen Ilrath ships with a single Thredash torch. It's really ridiculous. Just the level of insane weakness they have in that regard. All right, that's done. That's done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the slow way to do this. Because that way I can make sure that the Pakunk go where they need to go, the Ilrath need to go where they go. And I can go over to the Utwig and give them their toys. Also, Nova, this is going to annoy you. Spiders are bugs. Bugs is a colloquial term, not a scientific term. They are not insects, they are arachnids, but they're both arthropods. Again, a bug is a common generalized term. Technically, yes, spiders are bugs. They are not insects. So, insects is a closer, is what they are not, yeah. That's fine. Call them I call them cute, so that shows how weird I am. Yeah, Jonathan, that conversation is definitely a fun one to have. But yeah, the torch is just so good at killing them. I kind of like that correlation. That's true. It does have 10 legs. Hey, ants are important, man. They're nature's garbage men. If that's the way you have to view the world, man, I get it. I don't know why. I mean, I'm weird. I never viewed them as, oh yeah, but biting, that's not a surprise. Biting ants are dicks. But it doesn't, I mean, it's mostly because you're in their way or they're trying to eat you. So just don't get in the way of a driver ant colony and you'll be fine. Yeah, carpenter ants can't bite like the Dickens. Yeah, that is definitely the case. I mean, it's just them moving, Katie. That's what swarms are. They're just literally going from point A to point B. I mean, in your case, they're probably trying to eat you because you're so sweet, but eh. Oh, it's evolutionary, Katie. That I know for a fact. Oh. Why am I getting a hostile attack? Oh, right. Not allied.
Just go. Yeah. Should I set my gaze upon such a sight, I might suffer sleepless nights for years on end. It is a symbol of the collective Utwig failure. It is our ultimate tragedy. Ah, every divot, every crack on its surface is etched forever in my
That'll do it,
soul.
Katie. Yeah.
Remove it from my sight, lest I purge my... Hey! That is not the devastated Ultron. It is the image of the Ultron before. A trick? A trick? Oh! I had no idea that any species could sink so low. How dare you try to manipulate me with that cheap stage prop? Why, it's not even... Hey! Wait a second. It looks like... Can it be? Yes! It is! A miracle! Oh, happy day! You will be
I'm gonna speed through this because I
immortalized
hate
as
this
the
voice
blessed
acting.
figure that delivered unto us our future. We will revere... Let me take the Ultron. It seems that there is much to do. Indeed, it seems that you should proceed to the second moon of the sixth planet. Take what you find. But the Ultron reveals, I think, proceed to perform our east. But wait! The Ultron throbs and whistles. It has been so long since we communicated. But slowly, the truth we have been...
Alright, Zeta Hyades. Epsilon, Gamma, Beta, Alpha, Delta. Hell is it? Zeta. Now, the only way to really deal with irrational fears, Katie, is the unpleasant way, which is, unfortunately, exposure. And most people really don't want to do that, and I don't blame them. Weirdly, they're using VR now to actually make people get exposed to those things in a safe manner. It works, evidently. Oh.
Fancy meeting you here, Captain. We, the appointed representatives of the Crimson Corporation, merely come to obtain the fair and reasonable payment for our goods. We traveled to this region of space years ago to sell the useless Ultron device to the Utwig. We knew even then of the weapon on the surface. The Utwig used a clever... I had convinced the morose Utwig fools that the Ultron would...
I'm just gonna get through this. Basically, the Druge are fucking evil and are trying to steal what belongs to us.
It is those many years ago how they capered and laughed at their good. Now. No.
Alright, time to kill. Time to murder a bunch of Druge. I'm gonna use my new drones. Oh, alright, I died. No! If only these frickin' things weren't so frickin' awful. So bad to use. Yeehaw! Ow. No! I've never been good with Unga drones, but it's a fun way to get rid of them. Ooh. Oh, so close! There we go. Alright, time to actually care. Yep. Human cruisers, amazingly good at killing Druge. Because they are actually faster than the Druge. And with longer weapons. Whoa, that was close. Get wrecked. Oh, god damn it. Frickin' rocks. Yeah! This is why you keep one Terran cruiser. Oh, god damn it. Frickin' planets! Always planets! Always take more damage from the planets. Good money, too. Alright. And there it is. And now, report from surface. We found a huge precursor device on the planet's surface, a giant black cylinder set within a simple defense grid. We have already neutralized the grid. Well, actually, Jenkins just drove through it by accident, but that seemed to work. The artifact is covered with precursor script, and although we can't translate all of the writing, it is pretty clear that it is a warning, repeated again and again. The energy output of this artifact is scary. It rivals all of our ship's engines at redline. If I may be so bold, Captain, I would advise that we not experiment with the device until we are back at the starbase. We shall now return to the ship with the black cylinder device carefully stowed in the cargo area. End of report. And now I have virtually everything I need to end the game. I'm going to now make this a really slow process, but I need to make sure that the Bakunk and the go to the Yehat space. I don't really care about the Ilrath doing what they need to do. Oops.
Suddenly, I possess the distinguished...
Yeah.
There is...
Alright. Here we go. I'm so sorry, everyone. I muted myself. Okay, so now that the Pakunk and their sphere of influence have disappeared, it means that their civilization has theoretically collapsed and vanished. I'm sorry. I think when I tried to explain this earlier, I was muted. I'm very talented. Whenever a full sphere of influence is moving, it's because of a story event. When they overlap, it usually means they are at war with one another, and they're fighting with one another. So, right now, the Ilrath and the Thradash are fighting, and the Supox and Utwig and the Korra and Ur-Quan are fighting. Now, the Korra and the Ur-Quan are so powerful, you're never going to see their sphere of influence shrink. They're just too powerful. The only thing you can do is delay them. Alright. Off to Earth to have our stuff looked at.
Ah, Captain, I'm glad you're back. I know you're busy, but I've got some news. A race of plant creatures called the Supox have arrived in your absence, Captain. They offered use of their ship designs and will supply you as many starship captains as we require. I, of course, accepted their offer immediately. Also, a small contingent of Utwig has visited. After spending a few days setting up our fabricators to build their Jugger starships and providing us with a few capable commanders, they departed. Captain, if you continue to build such strong alliances, we will surely win our battle against the Ur-Quan. Also, this seems strange to me and I considered not bringing it up, but not long ago 6 of my people fell unconscious simultaneously for no apparent reason. When they awoke hours later, they reported being overwhelmed by a feeling of something very wrong that had taken place. The medtechs couldn't find anything wrong with these crew members, but they discovered one correlation. All 6 of them have exceptionally high Esper ratings. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, talking pet life form. Data, this creature is physiologically identical to the so-called Ur-Quan talking pet with one notable exception. It is highly intelligent and evidences strong psychic capabilities. Initial AIQR test rated it well above human super genius, though immediately after we made this shocking assessment, its scores dropped to the normal-subnormal range. Interviews with the subject have shown it to be cooperative, though a Class 4 pan-species psychological profile places the creature far into the furtive, hateful domain. There were also some disturbing incidences where we talked about roses, daisies, and other pretty flowers. Summary. Everything's okay, nothing to worry about with this cuddly little guy. Not one thing. The next entry in the analysis is subject Utwig bomb device. Data, analysis has yielded little information about this device, largely because of our technicians' unwillingness to open it or even remove the bomb from your ship. That aside, here's what we know so far. The device is correctly defined as a bomb, one of enormous destructive potential, but it's not of Utwig origin. Nothing about it relates to the technology we see in the Jugger ship. We believe it to be of late precursor origin, though it somewhat resembles certain Chenjesu technology. Its original function? Probably a planeteering tool for dispersing unwanted moons. Summary?
Yeah, that's right. It's designed to blow up
reason to
moons.
do otherwise, do not activate this device. Leave it alone. Any experimentation should be conducted at least 12 astronomical units from this starbase, and preferably a bit further. That's the end of our scientist's report.
Yeah, if you activate it, it will kill you.
Returns.
It's another one of the how to end the game early modes with a bad ending. Alright, off at Starship. Let's crew up. Let's fuel up and crew up. And then go and begin the final steps. Yes, the size of our moon. That is how stupidly powerful that thing is. It does not fuck around. Procyon we go. That's Zeta Voltanis. The hell is Procyon anyway? Delta Virginis. Gamma Virginis. Procyon! Let's go and annoy somebody else. This game is basically one long string of irritating the galaxy. So, at least now we're going to be irritating the galaxy for fun, profit, and saving everyone's lives. Yeah, the precursors did not fuck around. By strict definition, they never fucked around. All right. It is very large for a planet of our size, yes. Our moon is quite large. It's one of the largest in the solar system, though there are larger. And here we go. Let's go here first. Report from orbit. We have explored the interior of the starbase and found it abandoned. Computer records show that the Ur-Quan put the starbase in orbit around this world after defeating of the Chenjesu and the Murnmaharm. From what we can determine, the Chenjesu and Murnmaharm, who were assigned to this base, set up mindless robots to run the station, and then somehow returned to the surface of their planet, penetrating the slave shield. Further analysis of the starbase's databank show that the Chenjesu and the Murnmaharm were exploring synthesis schemes to create a hybrid race, half Murnmaharm and half Chenjesu. The robots who run the starbase are armed and will not permit us to scavenge materials, so we are returning to the ship. And now we go to the planet. Mana. Scan. Sapphire World, one of the very few ones in the galaxy. Manifest. Devices. Umga Caster.
We are the Chenjesu. We are the Murnharm. We do not understand how you have penetrated the slave shield or why, but in doing so you have interrupted the process. Explain this intrusion. We cannot be of any assistance now. We are in the middle of the process. I will explain. After we, Chenjesu and Ur-Quan, were defeated by the Ur-Quan, we chose to be encased in a single slave shield on this world. As soon as the Ur-Quan departed, we began the process. We initiated a synthesis of our two species, our two cultures, one crystalline, the other purely mechanical. This process, fueled only by the radiant energy of our sun, will eventually produce a new hybrid race. And when the process is complete, we will crack the Ur-Quan slave shield and
I love these guys.
chrysalis like a winged insect unleashed from its cocoon. Then we will be ready and capable to deal with the Ur-Quan, their battle thralls, and their dreaded Samatra. The complete synthetic hybridization of the Chenjesu and the Murnharm species will require approximately 35 of your Earth years. This extended duration is necessary because our synthesis mechanisms are dependent exclusively on the light of our sun for energy.
They are a pair of races from the first game. The Chenjesu are entirely crystalline. The Murnmaharm are entirely robotic. They are basically the leaders of the original alliance and the most advanced race.
What you describe is theoretically possible, but it would pose a great danger to us. The process must be executed as planned, or it may fail catastrophically. We would be destroyed. Though your ship's design, we now understand that you are of human origin, and so we will share with you our reasons for accepting 2135. Our great alliance burned within the crucible of sentience. Though our fleets of armed starships held back the hierarchy's grotesque armada for many years, in the end, the Ur-Quan unleashed a power upon us that was so overwhelming, we annihilated if we did not submit. This unstoppable power, this ultimate weapon, was a huge starship, an unstoppable battle platform built by the precursors in the ancient past. Your vessel shares some similarities in design to the Ur-Quan's battle platform, which they call Samatra, meaning Great Trophy. The Samatra was many times larger than your ship and bore weapons and defensive systems that made it invulnerable to all of our technologies. It remains a mystery to us why the Ur-Quan fought us for so long without using the Samatra. But when they finally brought the ship into combat, the Samatra incinerated our finest brood-home vessels from 10 times our own ship's weapon range. We had no choices beyond submission or devastation. Before the Ur-Quan arrived to accept our surrender, we sent one last message to your people. A message suggesting that your species do as we Changesu and Mernherm plan to do. We would accept the Ur-Quan's demands and become slaves.
My apologies, I got a phone call from my wife. Alright.
Goodbye once and future ally, human. When the process is complete and we emerge from our chrysalis, I shall tell your grandchildren of our conversation this day.
So, an important thing for context. The Changesu and Mernherm do not know of the Kor-Ah. They don't know that they are there. If the Kor-Ah did not exist, their plan would work with no problem. But the Kor-Ah exist. And the Kor-Ah, inevitably, ironically, because the Alliance of Free Stars fought so hard and destroyed so much of the Kor-Ah fleet, of the Ur-Quan fleet, the Kor-Ah will eventually win. They don't have the time to do this. And that is why what I'm about to do is actually necessary, and not just me being cheeky.
We are free. You have flooded our synthesis mechanisms with a wealth of radiant energy. What was supposed to take decades has been accomplished in seconds. The process is incomplete, yet we have emerged. We are the Chmer. Why have you interrupted the process? Your need must be great for you to have risked so much just to bring us from beneath the shield. We were not ready, but this is now in the past. What is done is done. You are intent on stopping the Ur-Quan. Very well. We are prepared to assist you in whatever way we can. We must first tell you that even before we were placed under the slave shield, we realized that the only way to truly defeat the Ur-Quan was to first destroy their precursor battle platform, the Samatra. This vessel was
Yes, they are no longer the Mernherm or the Changesu. They are now the Chmer. It's a pity because I really like the Mernherm ships and the Changesu ships, and they're really good against the Kor-Ah. But you never get to use them in the campaign. You can use them in the battle mode, though.
We know what is necessary to achieve this end, but first we must know what you have already learned. So we will scan the databanks and logs aboard your ship. There. The process is complete. Now we can discuss what you must do. You need to locate the Ur-Quan's Samatra vessel. If you cannot find it yourself, ask those others who are near the Ur-Quan. Perhaps they will know. We have detected the presence of a Dnyari aboard your ship. Though the being is darkly evil and incredibly dangerous, the Tallow device you possess has effectively nullified the creature's power over you. However, it will do a most excellent job distracting the Ur-Quan long enough for you to approach the Sumatra and destroy it. You possess an antimatter bomb. This is good.
This is good!
But had you activated it, the device would have annihilated your ship and everything else within 500 kilometers. Even so, we will have to improve this device, magnify its power with our crystal technology. The destructive potential of this weapon will then make it suitable for the most important task you will ever undertake, the neutralization of the Sumatra. You are fully prepared. Is every chance that you will be a stop.
Here we go.
Date for your vessel
Yes, antimatter is not your friend.
roughly 2 weeks hence, so that you and your human companions may make and will now transport you, and good luck.
God, I love those guys.
It's good to see you again, Captain. I have some information I think you should hear. We have made a formal alliance with the Shimur. Their ships can now be built in our shipyards. Also, in the 2 weeks that have passed since the Shimur began to work on your vessel, they attached the Utwig bomb to your ship and have also put in place their own crystalline amplification devices to boost dramatically the power of the weapon. This work is now complete and your flagship is ready for whatever final modifications you desire. The Shimur technicians wanted me to explain to you that the bomb and its crystal power boosters are fragile and cannot be moved from their positions at the back of your vehicle. Now I have some bad news and some good news. The Shimur had to remove all your main modules, weapons, crew pods, and the whole lot, including your emergency warp escape unit, so pick your engagements carefully, Captain. In addition, their equipment now fills the rear 10 slots, leaving you only 6 for your own modules. But here's the good news. The Shimur have provided us with an unbelievable wealth of minerals and other resources.
That's
We no longer have limits on
degenerate
what
matter,
we can
not
build for your
antimatter.
flagship or your fleet.
Alright.
We're all dependent.
We are now on the final moments, so let's get ship outfitted. Module. Crew pod. High efficiency fuel system. Two crew pods, because I'm not stupid. And I got to leave all the fighting to my guys. Tracking system and a single Elbor, because why not? Yeah, the degenerate matter under the surface of a neutron star is pretty wacky. Just neutrons and nothing but neutrons. It's technically the largest atom in existence. Okay, shipyard. Now it's time to properly equip myself for the final battle. I technically only need one tank, one fuel tank, and one crew pod, but I want to make it look cool. Don't judge me! Okay. Gonna bring this guy along. Okay, I need a Chimera at least 2 Chimera avatars and then a couple of weak juggers. Realistically, all I need are Utwig Juggers. They will do all the work, but I like to have some fun. Jugger. Okay. That should be enough of what I need to get through the final enemies and have openings for the Yehat Terminators, which are going to be very important. Alright, now I have to remember where the hell the actual, I think... I have to remember where the hell the actual Sumatra is. I thought it was up here at Alpha Reticuli. There's a Gamma Reticuli. I think it's Gamma Reticuli. Actually, I could probably just hit the quasi-space and go to G. No, K, I need K. And as we come up to the end of the game, guys, I really want to impress the point. You should all play this game yourself and really, really delve deep into it. Play, learn all of the background lore. There's so much I did not go over. There's so much I didn't touch because I just wanted to get through the game and help promote the game on Steam and ideally the upcoming Star Control or Children of Infinity. But if you ever want to know why the Korra or the Ur-Quan are the way they are, if you want to know all about why the Dinyari are evil, or all of this other stuff, or even the in-depth knowledge of why the Yihat were working for the Ur-Quan and not in a slave shield, you should absolutely go and... Oh, this is not the right place, it seems. Where the hell is it? You should go and play the game. Location. Trying to remember where the hell the Sumatra was. Does anyone remember? I think, is it Delta Craterus? You're right. You're right. It is Craterus. Just gotta remember where the hell Craterus is. Gotcha. Found it. Delta Craterus. Thought that was their homeworld. Oh well. Alright, let's try that again. Ooh, other way. Do not want to attack their attention. Thank you very much for helping me figure out what the hell it was. Oh, the Supax and the Utwig are getting their butts kicked. Alright, let's get this over with. And there we are. Okay, now, manifest. Devices. Talking pet.
I sense the presence of my ancient slaves. It is time, Captain. Oh, gosh. Gee, I don't know. Let's just sit here and talk a while and ignore those thousands of dreadnoughts that are gonna cream us in a few seconds. I'm scared, Denari. What if it doesn't work? My species have waited 200 centuries for this moment, so stop blubbering. Let's get to work. Okay, now, whatever you do, once I've started, don't leave the star system. We've only got one chance at this. Let's make it good. Here I go.
Okay, look at him go. Huh. Converse.
There is something wrong here. Something which makes my sheath retract and my talons ooze. I sense the ugliness of 1,000 evil thoughts. And I have located the source of these fetid emanations. They come from aboard your vessel. Foolish renegade human, why have you come here? All that you have found is your inevitable punishment. You may not approach the ancient Sumatra, the symbol of Ur-Quan dominance. Your presence
Oh, it's gonna be some major genocide against us if I fail.
Your species have already violated so flagrantly. We cannot tolerate such insubordination. Your species' penalty shall be annihilation.
Wow, what a dick. Okay. Time to clean house. Come on, fucker. Yep, Big Jugger is the most broken thing in the game, without a question. Oh, except when I forget to press the button. Ow. Good job, Fran. Ah, fucking planet! Always the planet! I always get hit by that stupid planet. Thank you. Ow. Come on, fucker. Let's go. Yep, always planets. So you gotta destroy them all. You done? You done? Nope, not done. Yep. Wig Juggers. Still the most broken shit in the game. Yep. How many of those things have I gone through? Jeez.
Greetings, human friends. We know you're about to be attacking the Sumatra and probably don't like being interrupted, but we have important news. The rebellion is won. We are victorious. We have pulled the Veep Neep Harpy Queen and her cronies from the high perch, and better yet, we have found a new queen. A queen who will unite the clans in peace and harmony as never before. You will never guess who it is, Captain. A pigunk! Yes, it is true! They survived their absorption into our culture and are now providing us with insights into ourselves we never dreamed of. We only thought we were being happy birds of prey. We were fooling ourselves. Our new queen's name is Breaky Gardy the First, and her first command was to rush here and bring you these ships, Yehat Terminators and Pagunk Furies. No, Captain, together we can attack the Sumatra!
I love those guys so much. I have 2 Yehat Terminators. Okay.
Okay, human. You made it past the Sumatra's guards, and now you can attack the vessel itself. So listen closely. The Sumatra is protected by a thick shell of fused asteroids reinforced with a weak stasis field. You'll never break through that. The only opening through the asteroid shield is covered with a powerful force screen. One touch of that screen, you're history, Captain. To destroy the Sumatra, you'll have to destroy the shield generators embedded in the asteroid shell. To drop the force screen, you'll have to destroy all 8 of them. When the screen is down, Bring in your flagship, move into the asteroid shell, and then press the big red button on your controls. That starts the detonation sequence. Your escape pod will eject automatically. Just hope you're far enough away before that ship blows. Okay, human, this is it. The last battle. Your final moment of triumph. Don't screw up. In case you're wondering, I'm not going with you, Captain. I'm staying on board. Why, you ask? Because I'm locked in here, you idiot. Get me out. Help, help.
Nope, fuck you. Get wrecked. Okay, here we go. Oh, ooh.
Moron.
Come on, Raven, you can do it. Ooh. Whoa.
Idiot. Dodo. Loser. Stupid. Twit. Baby. Moron. Fool. Twit. Fool. Baby. Jerk. Loser. Baby. Loser. Idiot. Moron. Jerk.
Oh, man.
Moron. Dummy.
Oh, God.
Fool. Dodo. Word. Loser.
Ow,
Moron,
my face.
Loser. Dodo. Twit. Baby. Loser. Baby. Stupid. Twit. Dummy. Worm. Stupid. Jerk.
Guys who are commanding those things must be really annoyed at me right now.
Moron. Stupid. Twit. Moron. Loser. Moron. Jerk.
Ow.
Wimp. Dodo. Loser. Stupid. Worm. Stupid. Dodo. Baby. Jerk. Idiot. Worm. Wimp. Dummy. Dodo. Baby.
Oh, dang it, I got trapped! Oh, no, they got Raven. Alright, yeep yeep. Alright. There we go. Got a good bit of speed on me. And now I just gotta wait until I inevitably impact the ship. It'll happen eventually. You know, it's sad, but Raven... We... Never forgotten. Never. That's another one down. Oof, that was painful. There we go. Good aim. One crew left. Come on, you beep, we can do it. Ah, too far. Alright, I'm gonna bring in an avatar. It's gonna die very fast, but that's okay. Whee! Hey man, I'm not walking into this expecting to live. I'm gonna use this guy. Oof. Ah! Oh no, I'm gonna die very quickly. Yep, there I died very quickly. Crow!
Idiot. Jerk. Baby. Loser. Stupid. Loser. Fool. Loser.
Ah.
Wimp. Fool. dummy, worm, stupid, moron, idiot, dodo, wimp, baby, moron, loser, stupid,
2 left.
worm, moron, baby, fool,
Ugh.
stupid,
Oh,
moron,
oh dear. Running away.
loser, dummy, baby, fool, stupid,
1 left.
jerk, stupid, twit, fool, idiot, twit, wimp, moron,
Ooh, that was too close.
fool, dummy, baby, worm, loser, stupid, fool, baby, moron, stupid, wimp,
Hey man, you had a great against this thing.
dodo,
There it goes, it's down.
fool,
Now I have to take out all of these weapons.
twit,
Oh. Oh, I didn't get to keep him. Okay. Jugger's great for this part. Okay. And now the final act. Oh, there's still 2 of those things left. Doesn't matter. Can't stop it! This is the only time you get to see Captain Zelnick before he's an old man. Woo! By the way, do not stare directly into the nuke. When I awoke, there was an angel floating above me. I knew I was dead. But if one has to die, I thought to myself, this was definitely the right way to be dead. It was about that time I heard Talana's voice, telling me to stop babbling and listen for a moment. She told me that the escape pod had almost been torn in half. I had been unconscious for over 3 weeks, but my crew and I had succeeded in our mission. A force of the explosion, amplified by the Chimera crystals, had been sufficient to vaporize the Sumatra. And following the destruction of the Sumatra's battle platform, the fleets of the Ur-Quan and the Korra had fallen into chaos, and had been vanquished by the Chimera forces and allied starships. Then Talana told me to sit up, said there was something she thought I'd like to see. I pulled myself up and looked around. I was in sickbay of the starbase, looking out over Earth. Beneath me throbbed the sick red glow of the Ur-Quan slave shield. Talana smiled and said that the past few days, the Chimera had been working on lowering the shield, and the ship should be neutralized right about now. With a flare of incandescent light, the slave shield vanished. For the first time in my life, I saw Earth, the true colors of Earth. Blues and greens in 1,000 different shades. As we watched, we could see first signs of ships coming up from Earth, lifted from the planet surface to join us in space. The destiny of mankind had been delayed for over 20 years. But now our world was free, and nothing could stop us. I stayed in that hospital for almost a month. But that day I watched the slave shield fall, and beautiful Talana stood at my side. I'll never forget that day, not for the rest of my life. But grandfather, then what happened? Yeah, how did you get home? How long did it take before you and Grandma finally got married? Oh, We intended to come home right away. We got a little sidetracked. Talon and I didn't make it back here to Unserwald until almost 5 years later. So, that answer your question. 5 years will be the answer. But grandfather, what happened? Where did you go? How did you find the Mark II? That, my children, is an entirely different story. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ur-Quan Masters. And this game is brought to you by Frenzy, the Sport of Kings! Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for coming with me through this journey with this old, wonderful game, with the full knowledge of what is to come. I am super excited for Children of Eternity. But, the implication at the end of the game is the next adventure happened almost immediately. Or the next adventure happens when Captain Zelnick is old and he's piloting the Mark II. We don't actually know yet, but we'll have to actually find out. I am super excited for what is to come. I'm interested to see how they're going to implement the co-op elements of the game. I definitely want to play this with friends, but we have to see what they do. Yeah, I guess that's I consider that mostly to be artistic liberties taken. Again, the aesthetic of this game is pulp sci-fi, which means you cannot have a sky that doesn't have a massively oversized planet nearby. You're just not allowed. Period. If the planets had moons that big in their sky, you would be wondering if those moons were about to crash, because they're so frickin' close. But the real fear that I have, and this is finally I'm going to make my thoughts known, the real fear that I have for Children of Infinity is that it's going to suffer from current year syndrome. Everything that's good about the game is going to be completely destroyed. I do not want modern politics in the game. I don't want this game to be anything of it. I want to know about what happens into their game and their future. I want the Cyrene to be sexy. I want the Ur-Quan to be evil. I want the Thradash to be silly. I want the Erilu to continue to be creepy little weirdos. I want all of those things to be retained because that is what Star Control is. Star Control, Ur-Quan Masters, it is a window into an era of science fiction that many people today don't even know exists. It is the earliest era of sci-fi. It is what things like Buck Rogers, Captain Video, and Star Trek came from. That is so insanely important. This game is foundational in the sci-fi genre for video games. I want everyone who watch this, the Spathy to be cowards, absolutely. And go and play like Mass Effect and see all the things that they took. And I am very hopeful, but I am also very concerned because sequels almost always suck. And I don't want this one to suck. Now, when it comes to that demo that was released for the next game, the announcement trailer, the only concerns that I really have with the aesthetic is that it seems cartoony in not a good way. It also looks primitive in not a good way. It reminds me of games that you would normally encounter like in the 1990s, and again, not in a good way. It looks like it has a lot of really cool elements, but it needs a lot of polishing. But if this is the foundation, this is what I want. I really hope that's the case. So here's to hoping for the sake of the future. So, as with all things, yeah. Ugh. Anyway, another phone call, huh? Jeez. Anyway, everybody.